We are now one episode past the halfway point of Hawkeye with only 2 remaining. So as one would suspect, the action, the story, and everything involving our characters is quickly ramping up to get us across the finish line. The 4th episode here has a few major pieces of story that are unfolding in front of us to get us to that final confrontation between multiple parties. So this is an episode of 2 halves, a very slow and a very backloaded action sequenced half, which I do appreciate. Now along with this, I think this was a necessary approach to this episode, because after the last one, the way that the majority of the episode went, we sort of needed a breather and to take a step back to realize what's going on, kind of reassess the situation and get us going towards those final 2 episodes. So in this, we get a little bit of the fallout of what happens with Kate, what happens with, well, the Ronin in general, with the Ronin sword, I mean, and sort of Clint finally opening up a little bit to Kate in regards to some of the events that have transpired. And she's able to also piece some of the, well, let's call it the pieces of the puzzle that are Clint that don't necessarily click together because he's shrouded in so much mystery. And we see that during this that they're going to kind of split up and do their own thing. Kate has to get some trick arrows while Clint is going to, well, he's going to go to Kazi and he's going to try to get down to the bottom of this. Who's connected to who? How are they doing it? And he's also going to enlist the help of his wife, which we know now she's a little bit more connected and she knows some of the moving pieces of the puzzle and is sort of a cog in the bigger gear, if you will. So with all that kind of moving forward, we see that they still very much need that watch from the compound. Again, we don't have all the details on the watch, what's inside of it, what it can do. You know, there's still a bit of mystery here, as there is with everything else, and specifically tying it back to Ronin, and then even tying it back to the swordsman, because again, he's not exactly looking innocent, because in this episode we find out, wait, there's some money laundering that involves him, and there's various things that fall into place that just seem to, well, point towards him being the complete opposite of how he presents himself, and also being connected to the bigger picture of crime in the city. So quite a few pieces here, and I do appreciate that we finally get a little bit of a revelation on Clint and kind of what makes him really appreciate Kate as a person, that he opens up to her a little bit. But also towards the end we see, again, she's very crude in how she gets her way, and she's very just in your face, and it seems to be a little bit too much for him, which again, I think works here. And the two, of course, are gonna go in a different direction when it comes to formulating a plan. They have a plan. They're gonna try to get that watch back. Well, Kate's not gonna do it his way, which again, kind of puts them into a clashing situation. But at the same time, you see that Clint does appreciate how she's tackling the situation and some of the ideas she has. So I do like that. So overall, I thought this episode was great. Again, I don't know if I like it as much as the last one. I don't personally think I do, but I do think it was a great episode overall.